Hi everyone, I'm Hannah from Sheet Leveler, and in this quick Excel tip, I'm going to show you how to quickly toggle between relative and absolute cell references. One of those tiny Excel skills that can save you a ton of confusion later on. Let's jump right in. So here I've got a simple spreadsheet with a list of employees and their salaries. Now, let's say the company has just approved a 2.4% bonus for everyone. I'll type that in here. 2.4%, and tap Enter. Now we'll calculate the actual bonus for each employee based on their salary. I'll click on cell F2, which is where I want the first bonus to appear. Then I'll type equals, because we're creating a formula. I want to multiply Gina's salary by the bonus rate, so I'll click on E2. That's her salary. Then type an asterisk to multiply, and then click on G2, which is where I've stored the bonus percentage. So the formula looks like this, equals E2 asterisk G2. Then I'll press Enter, and there's Gina's bonus. Perfect. Now, to fill in the rest of the bonuses, I'll just double-click the autofill handle. That's the tiny green square in the bottom right corner of the cell. But, that didn't work quite right. Some of the cells are blank, and the bonuses didn't calculate properly. Let's take a look at why. If I click back on the first bonus formula, you'll see E2 and G2 are both referenced. Now, by default, Excel uses relative references, meaning as you copy the formula down the column, those references shift. E2 becomes E3, then E4, and so on. That's actually what we want for the salary column. Each employee's salary is in a new row, so the reference should move. But here's the problem. The bonus rate is always in G2, and as the formula moves down, G2 becomes G3, G4, and so on, and those cells are empty. So Excel is multiplying by nothing, and nothing times anything is nothing. What we want to do is lock that reference to G2, so it never changes no matter how far down we copy the formula. And that's where absolute references come in. The fastest way to make a cell reference absolute is by pressing F4 on your keyboard. So I'll click into my formula again. Right after typing or clicking G2, I'll press F4. You'll see Excel automatically adds $signs. It now reads, G2 becomes G2, read aloud, $G, $2. Those $signs tell Excel to keep both the column G and row 2 fixed, no matter where the formula goes. Now I'll tap Enter again, then double-click the autofill handle. Perfect. Every employee now has their correct bonus, and I can confirm by checking any cell. For example, Bob's bonus formula now reads, equals E19 asterisk G2, red. The salary reference changed as expected, but the bonus reference stayed locked to G2. Exactly what we want. Now here's a little pro tip about the F4 key. It actually cycles through the different types of references each time you press it. If I press F4 once, I get G2, which locks both the column and the row. If I press F4 again, it changes to G2, which locks only the row. Press it a third time, and it switches to G2, which locks only the column. And if I press it one more time, it goes back to G2, a normal relative reference. In our example, either G2 or G2 would have worked perfectly, because the formula is only moving down rows, not across columns. So if you ever find yourself wondering why your formulas are breaking when you copy them, this is the setting to check. And that's how you quickly toggle between relative and absolute references in Excel. It's one of those small things that makes a huge difference once you know how it works. I'm Hannah from Sheet Leveler, and I hope you found this Excel quick tip helpful. If you did, please take a moment to like, follow, and subscribe. And don't forget to click the bell so you'll get notified when I post another Excel tutorial. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.